There is a personal brand in you. It's the most important impression that you or your business will present to your audience. Starting with a strong brand makes a deal of difference because of how people will perceive, identify, and connect with you. You could say it's the impression that lasts. Okay, now let's make a logo. Just kidding. A brand isn't just a logo. You can design random prettiness, but it just won't work if you don't use the following recipe to bring out your brand. I'm going to be redoing the branding for my portfolio and content, and I'll show you how I do it and how you can apply it to your own. To start off with, let's ask ourselves, why are we making this brand? For me, I want to express my personality and creativity, and so I leave a lasting impression on those who find me. But you might want to build a brand for which people would know you for and buy your goods and services. But since there's so many people out there, there's gotta be people who are doing similar things that you are doing. Since we've been talking about audience, I'm sure you've had those times where you thought to yourself, what sets me apart and why do they come to me instead of anyone else? Let's try to avoid those cases where someone walks into Nando's and asks for a wicked wing instead. Sure, Nando's and KFC both sell chicken, but there's a huge difference between grilled chicken and fried chicken. And this is what we're trying to avoid when we're picking a target audience. So if I ask you what your audience is, it can't just be anyone and everyone. Like with life, you can't just make everyone happy, so let's just choose a tight-knit group of people and make them happy instead. And that will help us make content that really talks to them. So a great way to sort this out is to create a persona and give them life. Give them a name, an age, how much they earn, what do they like, what do they dislike, what do they do for a living. Heck, if you haven't seen that show You, give that a shot. He's really great at being that person. Because when you're able to walk in the shoes of your audience, you'll be able to put out work that really speaks to them. Using all the parallel lives we've lived being our persona, how do we actually talk and communicate with them? Are you creative? Tech-focused? Are you a plant mama? Do you talk in a toxic, energetic, or a calm and collected way? Regardless of what type of person you are, you bring your own flair and pizzazz, so be true to who you are and build your audience through that. Now, the most agonizing part. Have you ever spent hours on a game character making them look pretty, but haven't really played them because you can't come up with a name that lives up to that character? Well, brace yourselves, cause we're gonna come up with a name for our brand. The name I've come up with for myself is Chrysalis, and it's a mixture of the word chrysalis and part of my name, Christina. And just like the process of a chrysalis turning into a butterfly, I feel like I'm always going to be growing and transforming. As simple as it sounds, I can vouch it took way longer than it should have to come up with it. But to help you, try incorporating something that's special to you, or look in the thesaurus or even a random name generator. You'd be surprised on what you can find. Now that we've done all the soul searching, we can finally make a logo. No, seriously this time, but not just that. We've got to make tiles, banners, and visual assets that make up the identity. But wait a minute, look at this image. It took me way too long to understand this, and not gonna lie, our attention span is like that of a goldfish nowadays. So we want whatever we do to tell us straight away what we're looking at. Now, what was I up to? Oh yeah, visual assets. They're an easy and memorable way to get your message across quickly, if we keep it simple. So I'm just on Pinterest trying to find images that resonates with my personality and vibe. I'm also thinking about how I can put meaning behind the creations that I do. And here's me trying to copy the entire idea, cause no idea is completely original, but making changes to personalize it and make it my own. Hello! Presentation time! So here is the entirety of what I've come up with. And things I've taken into account was to use the reality versus fantasy vibe that we've taken inspiration from, and using colorful and rounded monsters. And I felt like there was something missing over here, just a little bit of me. So I decided to put me floating in space just to portray that my mind is a bit out of this world. If you like this video, punch that like and subscribe button, and if you're also on a creative journey, watch me make a portfolio website right here. And I'll catch you over there. Ciao!